If you look up the definition of culture, you'll find lots of different expressions, but one that most struck me was this. Culture is the pattern of human knowledge, beliefs, and behavior. So, look at this pattern. In my school division, we're in the middle of rolling out iPads to all our middle year students. And one of the things that you have to do is get an account. All the teachers have iPads, all the middle year's kids will have them. And you have to get an account. And typically when you get an Apple ID, they send you back an email. And in the email, there's a link that you have to click to verify that, yeah, this is really you and you really want this account. And in the process of registering their iPads with the school division, they keep getting hung up on that. And we finally realized, one of the teachers finally realized that this was because the kids have never used email, ever. What they use their email address for is to log into Facebook. So they associate that email address with their Facebook password, which is not the same password as their email password, which created a bit of a bottleneck. But isn't that interesting? The way they communicate, the way they send messages to each other is done entirely on Facebook. They don't use email for that. But we do. I certainly do. I do lots of emailing. It also reminds me of these conversations we've had about kids using iPads to type, to express themselves. That they still need to learn keyboarding skills. Or do they? I mean, when my youngest daughter first interacted with a computer, she had previously interacted with an iPad before that, and she reached across the screen and tried to swipe the screen, and it didn't move, and she thought it was broken, making different assumptions about how things should work, how she should be able to interact with technology. Way back when people started using pens, teachers complained that kids are depending too much on ink, and they'll no longer know how to use their penknife to sharpen their pencils. The ink will run out, and they won't be able to use the lead in their pencils anymore. Times change. Cultures change. The patterns of our beliefs and the patterns of our behavior change. What cultural differences are you noticing in the way your kids interact with knowledge? I particularly like the definition of culture as a pattern of knowledge because it looks at knowledge as a process rather than a thing. What do you think?